for me, before I date another person, I talk to them a lot first. Parang, why, I guess for me, why would I risk going to a date when I know I'm not comfortable with this person?
It also doesn't matter if it's the first date or the second date or the third date or kaka-meet up nyo lang or something. As long as there's already a safe space na na-establish between you.
Hey guys, I'm Yvanne and welcome to At the Backdoor, where we discuss controversial, taboo, and socially relevant topics. Today, we're joined by the best hubaderos and hubaderos in town, Nudista and Paolo Dumlao.
Hi everyone, I am Nudista, your favorite hubadera from Manila. Wow, it rhymes! I am a BDSM practitioner here in the Philippines, and I am into rope bondage, and I'm someone who likes talking about sex, sexuality, relationships, and spirituality.
So hello, sorry I'm in a public space, but it's me again. My name is Paolo Dumlao. I am a visual and a performance artist. I'm also a theater actor, a film actor, and an all-around arts person. Most of the time, I do nude art, so hubadero po rin po talaga ako. As in, kami dalawa ni Nudista yung yung mga kapal lang
Lagi
yung mukha.
magka-partner.
True. Oh my God, yes. Sobra. Like, we've worked more than 10 times.
I don't know how many times. Like, it's always
been
us together.
So in this video, I'll ask questions from the Gen Z because they're curious about sex. So here are their questions. So first question nila is, when is the right time to have sex?
That's a hard question because there is no right time. The right time only comes when you feel like doing it with the person you trust very much. So I cannot tell you that there's a certain age for that because I know people really do take their time to enjoy it with someone they really trust. And a lot of people, I guess, are pressured to have sex at an early age, but that shouldn't be the case. It should be a very natural thing, and you have to really define what sex is for you, because some people say sex is just, penetration. Some say sex could be oral sex already. So it's also looking into how comfortable you both are. Like, you should do it with consent. You shouldn't go into it basta just because it is something sacred for other people, or sometimes people think of it as it is what it is, just a body thing. So be with someone you really trust, be with someone who understands your boundaries, and you will feel it. You would feel it in your body when it's the right time to actually have sex with someone.
How about you, Paolo?
I would have to agree with Nudista here. Wherein the right time for you to engage in a sexual activity is when you already know kung ano yung activity na yun and you give your 100% consent. As in, consent is always the key in this scenario. It's okay for you to explore your sexuality as young as you could, as long as you already know your body and as long as alam mo yung responsibilities ng body mo. You know your boundaries. For example, if you're someone who's a virgin, do not engage sexual activities with a minor. Yung mga ganun. Mga obvious facts na will not affect morality. And again, consent is always key. There.
Yeah, I super agree then. I think if you're still iffy about masturbating, then I think you're not ready to engage sexually with a partner. Okay, so next question. Okay, ito. How does lesbian and gay sex work?
Si Paolo muna. Expert na siya dyan.
Take it away.
So directed at iba to. How does queer sex? It's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing with like engaging a sexual activity with a person that you like or a person that you yun nga, as what Nudista has said, nasa iyo yung definition mo ng sex or what sex is. It could be oral, it could be anal, it could be vaginal, it could mean penetration, etc. As long as latag lahat yon and you already know what it is, yung pag-engage mo with whoever partner, may it be a lesbian couple or a gay couple, that's pretty much it. Hindi naman porket gay sex, laging na akong anal or something. It's not just that. Kaya marami tayong it's like a rainbow. Para sa sexuality is a spectrum, right? So is engaging with sexual activities. Para sa spectrum, we have like being a top, being a bottom, being versatile. We have the in-betweens wherein you're versatile, you're versa-bottom, you are side, mga ganon. So, marami na rin siyang definitions. So, it will always depend on how you define sexual pleasure and sex for yourself. Yon.
Oh, so for me naman, actually, I feel like the question is more of how does body-to-body sex between gays and lesbians happen? I think that's what people are asking then. Also, yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, that's how it is, wherein you go into a sexual act with your emotions intact, with you just wanting to be with someone emotionally, and then sometimes you feel things in your body and you want to connect with a person in that way. That happens. But when it comes to gay to gay sex, I guess now in our world, we have trans men, trans women. So, of course, genitals aren't the same as you're a woman, you have a vagina. You're a man, you have a penis. So now it's whether or not you know how to pleasure a penis or a vagina, because gender is relative, like gender is fluid. So you are born with what you have, or some people transition to the point that they change their genitals. So maybe at this point, the question would be how to pleasure a vagina, how to pleasure a penis. Because, it is something that we have to learn. I have a vagina, but I like learning about pleasuring a penis. And, I've also lately explored how vaginas work or how to pleasure vaginas. So I'm like, okay, if I know how to pleasure myself, then I would certainly know what feels good for another person with a vagina. So that's the logic behind me, like thinking about how I would pleasure a woman. And when it comes to pleasuring not just a woman, a person with a vagina, and then the other person who has a penis, how do I think about pleasuring them? And pleasure is very relative to the person you're with. And when you're looking into the pleasure of another person, it's mostly usually which sensations feel good for them. Because not everyone has the same pleasure points, or not everybody likes the same motion. So you have to be able to explore. There's no one stop guide for everything. It's mostly just what feels good. So it's all about communicating with your partner, wherein, hey, this feels good for me. Maybe you can explore it with me. And it entices the other person to get to know the other person's body. Like, hey, I see a reaction from you and I like what I see. Then the more I do it, then the more I get to see that whatever pleasures you is something good. And that makes me want to explore you as a person. So regardless of whether or not a person is a penis or a vagina, it's more of like the exploration of pleasure and what feels good.
Yeah, I super agree. Iba-iba naman per person, no matter the gender. Okay, next question. Okay, this one's funny. Why do you find penises sexy? They look like aliens. Actually, true.
Mukha silang mushroom.
Ang cute kaya nila. As in,
I mean, I like the squishy state. Like,
yeah.
It's so squishy. It's like, oh, it's so cute. And then, yeah. And then you see it grow. I don't think it's sexy. It's just cute to think about. But I guess it becomes sexy when the person who has the penis is sexy to you. I mean, I can see a lot of dicks in a day, and I wouldn't be attracted to them if I didn't connect with another person. Ganun siya. Or if crush
So
ko talaga yung tao.
So it's more so it's more than just the genitalia. It's also yun nga, yung sabi ni Denise kanina na it's about giving pleasure and knowing yung pleasure points ng tao. So it's not just about uy, there's a dick or there's a penis right in front of me and I feel aroused already. Hindi siya ganun kasi Diyos ko, ang dami kong kilala na parang okay, ang pogi tapos hindi ko naman talaga trip. Tapos nakita ko yung edits nila. Parang, okay. Ganon. Ganon. Papili pa, diba? So, I mean, diba? So, I do think pleasure is a main part on why we, or a lot of people who like penises, find penises attractive. Parang sa vagina din. Because, oh my God. I-transition ko lang sa vagina. I mean, sorry, pero some of my gay friends, sobrang takot sa vagina. As in, may isa kong gay friend na ang sabi niya sa vagina, mukha raw sea urchin or mukha daw, sea creature na may octopus may gaganon. so, I'm like, parang hindi na, for me, hindi naman. Like, I find all genitalias beautiful, may penis or vagina. So, I'm like, okay, bakit may ganitong thinking in a sense na parang, is it because you just really don't want to pleasure a person with a vagina? Ganun.
Feeling ko di lang din tayo sanay to see it. Like, lalo pag first time, it's really unusual looking. Pero feeling ko din na Pavlov ko na yung sarili ko into liking how it looks. Kasi, syempre, it symbolizes sexiness, sex. Yun. So, yeah.
But I feel like may mga tao talaga na who look at the aesthetic of it. There are really good dicks talaga na photogenic. I think that's sexy too when you don't know the person and if you're just going to look at the penis and you're like, oh, that looks so good. Like, ang ganda niya. And it's more of like admiring it for the beauty of it and not necessarily like, oh, it's going to fuck me. Oh, it's going to do this to me. More of like seeing the body as an art form. And maybe because we're nudists, like all of us are. So we're like, oh, that looks so good.
Parang pag makakita ka ng photo shoot, hindi mo titignan yung genitalia. You're gonna think or you're gonna see it as the whole thing. Yung body composition, or kung paano yung angles of body, kung paano tumatama yung ilaw, din mo makikita na parang, oh my God, ang ganda. Not because my penis or my vagina, but because you see the beauty and the aesthetic of the human body. Yes, I do agree with this.
Okay, next question naman. Do I need to practice fingering so that sex won't hurt? Like penetration won't hurt?
I think you don't really have to do something that makes you uncomfortable because you're forcing yourself. Like, I have to finger myself to make myself loose. But when it comes to sex naman, when it's there's proper foreplay, you're lubed up, or if there is no lube, you're dry, get lube and then you get lubed up, it will naturally stretch when you are, relaxed and in the moment. And you don't really need to finger yourself because, to be honest, when I tried doing it on myself, it's like, yeah, what the fuck is this weird sensation? It's not something I want to do. No, because for me, I'd rather have someone else do it for me because it's very intimate there. Like, for me, I see it as an intimate thing that if I do it, it does nothing. But if somebody else does it, it's like I'm letting this person come into my space, and it's the process of allowing them to explore me in a deeper way. So once na your head is into that headspace of allowing someone to explore you, you relax, and then the muscles there will also conform to what's in your mind. Na if you're stressed, of course your muscles will just tense up. Na, of course, I don't want this person inside me. Of course, the body will tense up. But once that you relax and you're with this really good person and you know that you want this, your body will naturally relax and allow it to happen. Also, I guess if they're concerned about being too tight, and I guess it's more of the psychological aspect of it. I guess there's also the feeling of not being enough if the person cannot fit inside of you. Like, there's always that constraint or like psychological thing wherein what if this person doesn't want my vagina because it's too tight, or sometimes what if this person thinks my vagina is too loose for them, that kind of thing. So I think it's very psychological, but if they want to do it because you want to explore yourself, not because it's for the other person.
Yeah, wag ipilit.
I have to
Ayan, paano
agree
yung sa
with
ass? Char!
ito na nga, ito na nga. I have to agree with Nudista. It all revolves around the process of relaxation while engaging in a sexual activity. For example, if you're too tense up, hindi talaga mag-open up yan. Para sang clam. Kasi defense mechanism natin na if we're too stressed or too afraid or too this or that, it's a fight or flight basis wherein lahat ng muscles natin are tensed up. But once we relax, we loosen up, every muscle natin nag-loosen up din. So, ganun lang din siya. Siguro, when it comes to like anal sex, in a sense, to practice it is not to loosen up, but more of to make sure na your body, your mind is prepared para dun sa sensation na yun.
Yeah, it feels
Yung
safe.
yun nga, yung pinaprepare mo is yung headspace mo, yung self mo, not the muscle. Na parang okay, this is how it feels, this is how I should feel, this is because I'm relaxed right now, and this is why I am quote unquote practicing. But it's not to like, okay, gusto ko to loosen up, that's why. So it's more of like that. Especially kapag gay men engaging with anal sex, or even I think even with women engaging in anal sex ganun. Kasi wala namang sa ass naman ng tao, hindi siya naturally lubricated. So necessary
That's
din
true.
pala, very 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 necessary ang lube. And please do not use your saliva because saliva is not lube. That's one. It will just scratch your inner muscles. It might cause STDs and infections. So always, if you're gonna engage into anal sex, always have a lube inside your bag or somewhere around you, like water-based lube. And also wear protection, please. Yun lang.
Okay, last question na. When I'm dating a person, how long should I wait until I could engage with them sexually?
Depends. Hindi kasi, for me, before I date another person, I talk to them a lot first. Parang, I guess for me, why would I risk going to a date when I know I'm not comfortable with this person? So, ganun pa lang. You already have that kind of security while you're at home. They don't know who you are, where you are. It's easier for you to get to know them. Because if they really like you as a person talaga, they would make an effort to talk to you for a long while. Like, I generally like you. I want to get to know you. I want you to be my friend. And if something happens between us, I know, kampante ako, at the end of the day, they will not leave me basta-basta. Like, you know what happens? Like, when you are on a date, okay, we have sex, I get something from you, and then that's it. What now? Like, okay, I lost my time, my energy, my effort to talk to this person who only just used me for that physical gratification. But for me, the process, what I do is I talk to them for a few weeks, and then when I date them, there's already that kind of rapport that even if it's just the first date, I already have that established relationship with them that it's easy for us to like transition into something pleasurable. Like, even if it's not sexual contact, sometimes it's intimacy wherein we can just hug each other, cuddle. And I think that for me, like having that kind of relationship before actually going to a date is better. And then even if it's the first date and if something happens, at the end of the day, I would just have another friend with me. Like someone I trust, someone who I know that I can date again. Or if it's not a formal date, I can just invite them over, have drinks, eat food, eat each other after, you know, that kind of thing. So it doesn't matter how many dates it is. It matters what your connection is like with this person, and if you're comfortable actually engaging in it. I guess there's pressure in society that tells you have to wait until the third date, fourth date, or whatever, or marriage until you do it. But it really depends on what if it feels good now. What if right now me and this person have this electricity and I just wish to engage it without having society's expectations on me, hindering me from experiencing this wonderful person in the bedroom. So yeah.
I mean, I think for me, it also doesn't matter if it's the first date or the second date or the third date or yung kaka-meet up nyo lang or something. As long as there's already a safe space na na-establish between you. Especially when it comes to like dating apps. For example, gay dating apps, Grindr, etc. Ang sobrang daming creeps. As in, you will never feel safe talking to someone. Not unless you make yourself vulnerable and they make themselves vulnerable. And once na-establish a safe space between you guys, and as long as you were able to communicate well, whatever happens on the first date, you won't feel regret. You won't feel used. You won't feel na, oh, I'm just this person's one night stand. Ganun. So, like, as long as you have defined that space and as long as you were able to build connection, proper connection, and trust dun sa tao, it's okay. Like, wait lang. Kasi, di ba, maraming ngayon na, or yung iba, they wait till marriage, tapos hindi pala sila sexually compatible, tapos hindi pala sila, hindi na-establish yung safe space ng sexuality nila within their marriage, wherein, kaya nag-fall apart yung marriage nila, it's because they cannot properly engage sex with each other. So that's really a matter of not time, but more of the space established, that invisible, safe, secured space established between you, your partner, or partners. Depends.
Yeah, I super agree. Like, dapat alam niyo yung intention ng bawat isa. And if you connect, then go girl. So I guess that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next video. If you have any more questions, comments, please comment it down below. And don't forget to like and please subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!